So according to Gayafires, the Appa Hotel in Shinjuku is a pretty good place to stay because of its close proximity to Shinjuku Gyoemmae, which is a hotspot for gay bars and gay clubs, and it's all within walking distance from each other. And presumably because of that, the hotel attracts a lot of gay guests. And apparently finding those gay guests in their hotel's onsen is not an uncommon occurrence. Also, I had some friends that stayed there before, and they said that they had a good time. But how was it in reality? Was it cruisy? Was it spicy? Did I end up hosting a party full of sin up in my room? Did I find myself a nice beefy Japanese man in their onsen? No. In fact, my experience was about as bare bones and as normal as it could be. Like, my overall judgment of this place was that it is a slightly overpriced, regular hotel. So yeah, if that's all you wanted to know, if you're planning on staying here with the expectation of having like a lot of cruising elements, then I'd just hold your horses. Definitely temper your expectations and just expect a regular hotel experience. But there are a few factors that I need to consider, which I'll get into in a minute. So as usual, I'm gonna go over the physical attributes of this place, the amenities, the facilities, and then I'll talk about my actual experience of being here. And I'll also talk about whether or not I'd personally recommend this place for you, depending on your needs. So yeah, let's just get started. So let's talk about the hotel itself. Like I mentioned earlier, the hotel's location is in a prime spot because it's within walking distance to Shinjuku Gyoemmae, which is a hot spot for queer nightlife. The hotel probably takes full advantage of this, and it's reflected in its cost. So I made the reservation for their most basic room for 2 nights, which totaled to 22,600 yen, which is a total of $253.93 in Canadian, which is not terrible, but it was still kind of expensive. Like, I've definitely stayed at nicer, more spacious settings across Southeast Asia for the same price point. But I also recognize that this is Japan. It is a developed country, so higher costs are expected. So yeah. But anyways, yeah, speaking of space, let's talk about the rooms. So this is the room that I stayed at. As you can see, it's pretty small. It's definitely not luxurious. It's just a simple, cozy space. I will say though, that bed was super comfortable. I spent a lot of time snuggling up in there, okay? Because if you're a regular on this channel, you'd know that I was feeling very shitty during my Japan trip. For context, I was dealing with a stomach parasite. So I had constant stomach pains. And also on this particular day, I had a huge, massive headache. It was just not a great time. So yeah, I really did spend a lot of time in that bed, and I really do appreciate just how soft and buoyant it was. My kind of mattress for sure. If you like firmer mattresses, then you're probably shit out of luck. The bathroom comes with its standard amenities, nothing too noteworthy to be honest. But yeah, the actual hotel room itself is just your basic bread and butter necessities, with the addition of feeling a little bit cramped. But you do get a public onsen in this hotel, which is apparently where most of the cruising could happen. The onsen itself was really nice. There were 2 pools, and both of them were very nicely heated. And just all around, it was really nice to soak into. It was quite soothing for my head, and the place is very clean and very well kept. The hotel's onsen provides all of the post-bath necessities you'd find at a regular onsen as well, like Q-tips, blow dryer, and skin lotion, that kind of stuff. They do enforce a no tattoo rule. So if you do have a tattoo, it's not the end of the world. You just have to go to the receptionist and get a tattoo sticker so that you can properly hide your tattoo. But if you got a full sleeve or a full back full of tattoos, I'm sorry, honey, you're just gonna have to use your bathtub. Now let's get into my actual experience staying at this hotel. A little disclaimer, and for transparency, like I said, I was feeling a little ill and definitely not at 100% during my stay at this hotel. So that probably had an indirect role in my overall enjoyment in staying here to some degree. Just wanted to let you know, just want to put that out there. So okay, while I was at the hotel researching for its cruisiness and gayness, I was, scrolling through Grindr. Obviously I wasn't scrolling through Grindr the entire time, but I was scrolling there for quite a bit of time, just so I could see and guesstimate the level of activity the hotel has, what I'm trying to say. And from my interactions and from the times I was using Grindr and 9mon at the hotel, 9mon is the Japanese Grindr, I did try reaching out to a whole bunch of people, okay? Just to see, just to research. I don't think anyone was actually staying in the hotel itself. I think the closest person that was actually around was around 200 meters. But if there were gays staying at the hotel, they just weren't online or they just weren't using the apps. Like I said, the closest person was around 200 meters away, which I don't think is within the hotel. 200 meters? That's that might be from one end of the hotel to the other end. Oh yeah. But anyways, in terms of the cruisiness, if you are expecting a whole army of gays to be swarming the lobby and swarming the onsens, and if you're hoping for a lot of encounters and a lot of the gay eye contact, and that there would be a lot of moments that would lead into a little hotel romping room sharing stuff. Like if that's what you're expecting when you're booking this place and that's what you want when you're booking this place, then I'd say you gotta keep your expectations tempered, okay? In the 2 times I went to the onsen, first in the morning and then once more in the evening. The first time in the morning, there was like no one there. I was like the only person in the baths. And in the evening, there were like 2 other people, but I do not think they were gay. They could be, but I don't think they were. And also, even though this hotel purportedly has a higher number of gay guests, personally, I didn't really feel that during my stay. Like the guests that I encountered and walked past were just like a mix of families, a mix of big adult groups with both men and women in them. And the vibe overall was just that of a normal hotel, which is, you know, not shocking at all. So if you're planning your trip and you want something very cruisy and you're looking at this place as a potential option because of what you read online or whatever, I think you just need to get rid of that expectation and just book it as a regular hotel. A regular hotel that has the extra benefit of being very close to the gay scene though, so I wouldn't write off this place completely. Like it's only a 3-minute walk away from Shinjuku Gyoemmae and only an 8-minute walk away from Body Breath, which is, if gay shenanigans is what you want, you need to check out Body Breath, by the way. Definitely you must visit, okay? Just do it. Trust me on this. But yeah, just don't expect cruisy things at the hotel, okay? Though it could happen. I mean, I was only there for a day and a night, so it's all about timing and luck, right? But yeah, just don't have that expectation, okay? But yeah, that's everything I had to say in this video. Overall, an okay hotel. I think I would stay someplace nicer or cheaper next time. Like, I don't mind staying at a shitty place if the place was like really cheap. And I also don't mind staying at someplace super expensive if the place is of really high quality. Like, I feel like this hotel kind of hovers in that in-between gray area of being like not super egregiously expensive, but it's also kind of not super worth for what you get. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you really are just paying for the location. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions or comments about this place. I'll do my best to answer. And also, life and health update. Do you see this shit? You see that? Hold your horses, you gays. It's not a butt plug, okay? This is my inhaler. Somehow Palpatine returned and somehow I developed asthma. Specifically a cough variant of asthma. Like, I've been in and out of doctors for the past month. I've gone the x-ray tests, I've done different things, taken antibiotics. And apparently my lungs are like totally fine, or rather they look totally fine, but my breaths are definitely lacking. Like, I'm falling below the average in what is considered healthy of what my breath volume should be. Like, I did a spirometry test, spirometry, I think it's called that. And I can't really inhale and exhale super deeply without like getting into a coughing fit. So my doctor thinks that I've developed like an asthma. A cough variant of asthma. And this kind of sucks, not gonna lie. To know that this cough is potentially not going away anytime soon, well, I certainly hope it does, because I still cannot believe I have asthma. Like, I don't smoke, I don't vape, I don't do any of that lung stuff, none of it. So I don't know why I have this. I mean, like my mom loves to moan and groan about how Lucy, my dog, like she loves to say that her fur is like the cause of me sneezing and coughing all the time. And now that it's been proven that I have asthma, well, not proven? Well, I guess it is proven. But anyways, since I developed this asthma, my mom's been whining even more about it. And like, you know, maybe she's right. Maybe it is the Lucy fur going into my lungs and stuff that's causing this. But I don't know. I've been around dogs all my life, you know? So why now? My guess is, and this is a guess by the way, the doctors did not say this, but my guess is maybe after getting my stomach parasite, the Ascaris parasite, because that parasite starts out in the lungs as an egg and then like when it hatches, it migrates its way into the intestines. Maybe my body is just super hella traumatized from it and it just thinks the dog hair is a parasite or something. I don't know. But yeah, this is my new normal. Hopefully not my normal for long. I don't want to be an asthmatic, you know? And I don't want to be stuck having this cough forever. Can you imagine trying to suck new dick and then getting into a coughing fit and then having to explain that, like, you know, oh, by the way, I'm not sick, okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Oh my God. But yeah. What a turn off, right? I can already imagine meeting my dream big titty god and then suddenly fucking it up because I coughed in his face or something. But yeah, it's okay. This is my life now. Again, hopefully this is not permanent, but we'll see. Anyways, thanks for hanging out with me today, and I guess I'll see you guys next time, okay? Peace. See you. It's you,